Good morning, everyone. Sorry about Friday. It was just one of them days. I booked up my hair done. I managed to get in the doctor's, so I do apologise about Friday. Mr. P's in the bath at the moment, so we're just waiting for people to come in. So yeah, hello everyone. So if there is anybody watching, just come and say hello. It was lovely this morning. It was lovely and sunny, but it's gone a little bit dull now. So at the moment, it doesn't show anybody watching. So I'm talking away to myself as usual. I want to have my hair done, by the way, on Friday. So it's about ready for washing. So hello to the one viewer. Hi, Glyn. How are you? Yes, I went and had my hair done on Friday, so I've had it cut really short. So how are you today, and what's the weather like in Cleethorpes today? It was lovely and sunny here, but it's gone a little bit dull and overcast. So we don't know whether we do some rain or yeah. We're getting a bit too long, so I went and tried to cheer myself up by having my hair done. So yeah, same as I say, it was sunny here earlier on, but it's gone a bit dull and overcast, and there's not much wind about, but I haven't been outside to see whether it's cold or not. So Chris was going to go in the shower, and he was shouting. I could hear him shouting and bawling, and he said something about the shower head not stop up. It keeps things, so he's ended up having to go in the bath. So he said to start without him, so that's what I've done. Hiya, Mark. How are you? So yeah, I've had my hair done. I had that done on Friday. That's why I went live. I had to sort of swap things around because I'd needed to get into the doctor's. I rang the doctor's. The appointment was sort of halfway through when I'd be having my hair done, so I had to ring the hairdressers and get me in early. So it were one of them sort of days where I met myself coming back on Friday. And that's the reason I didn't do a coffee morning. So we had to juggle a few things about, and luckily the hairdresser got me in a little bit earlier than, than the appointment that I'd previously made about 2 weeks ago. So yes, it was about ready for doing. So I've had it cut really, really short this time, so I don't need to go back so often to the hairdressers. So how are you today, Mark? Are you okay? Are you getting ready to go to work? Yes, it did message me the other day. Is arriving back today, but not till sort of early evening. So yes, he is arriving back in England today. Hiya, Redneck Channel, how are you? So yes, I did receive a message from him yesterday, and I says, are you back tomorrow? And he says, yeah. I think he arrives back about 7 p.m. UK time. So yes, he is back today, and I hope he's feeling relaxed after a month away. So how are you, the Redneck Channel? I hope you're feeling well. So Chris did go out with a drone yesterday, and it was very windy, so we didn't get much flying in. They did meet up with somebody from East Anglia that come over to Sheffield for the weekend. So and the reason behind the title today is Chris felt a little bit discouraged yesterday because nearly every single live stream or video he does is getting dislikes. And he says, you know, it's a bit discouraging when you're getting the same likes. It must be the same person. And, you know, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm only going to publish, blah, blah, blah. And I says, well, look, at the end of the day, a dislike is a view. You know, I am magic. So, yeah, you know, and I had a bit of trouble a few months back, and his advice to me were, don't take the notice, blah, blah, blah. And I says, well, look, you know, take your own advice, you know, do what you're doing, carry on doing what you're doing, and don't care about what people think. And that is my attitude. But same as I've said, at some point, I think everybody gets discouraged. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, I seem to sort of go quite a while without any, and then I get a slew of dislikes. And, you know, I've always said, you know, does this face look bothered? Because it ain't. Yes, at one point it did bother me. But same as I said, you can't please everybody all the time. And that's just it. Yeah, exactly, Glyn. Okay, then. Hiya, Rodney. How are you? And thank you for the shout out. It's much appreciated. So, yeah, you know, you can't please everybody all the time. We see, the thing is, Mark, I mean, when I were relatively new to YouTube, you know, it did bother me. But it's like everything else, you have to grow a thick skin. Hiya, Mary, how are you? You have to grow a thick skin. I mean, I had no end of trouble not so long back. But, you know, what don't kill you makes you stronger. And I've learnt that. But I can understand it from Chris's point of view. It does discourage you. But everyone knows he's got good content. He does good drone videos. He does good interviews. And the views reflect that. And same as I've said, you know, just carry on doing what you're doing. Yeah, you have to, Mark. You have to grow a thick skin. Same as I say, I am a very sensitive person. And to begin with, yes, it did bother me. You know, and at the point where I had the trouble not so long back, I felt like, you know, saying, well, that's it. You know, it's not worth it, blah, blah, blah. And everyone kept saying, you know, keep strong, keep doing what you're doing. And it's true, because sooner or later they get fed up. Chris is in the bath, Emma, so he will be joining us shortly. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad, touch wood. I'm getting there slowly but surely. Hiya, Scotsman in Asia. Yeah, exactly. Same as, because you see, the thing that's getting Chris is, at the moment, he seems to think they're giving dislikes just for the sake of giving a dislike. You know what I mean? It's not nothing personal. It's not nothing that is done wrong or anything. He thinks that they're just giving the dislike for the sake of giving a dislike. You know, same as, hi, a CCTV user, how are you? Hi, Tess, look. Okay, then, thank you very much, and I appreciate it, Rodney. So yeah, you know, it's same as Chris has always said. You know, if you don't like what you see, then tell me why you don't like it. You know, instead of sort of trying to be anonymous behind a dislike. You know what I mean? So you know, but at the end of the day, you know, so yeah, you know, I mean, same as I've said earlier on, I've grown a thick skin to it. I couldn't give a monkeys whether you dislike it or you like it. I couldn't give a monkeys about it. You know, I'm going to carry on doing my baking vlogs. I'm going to carry on doing my live streams. Contrary to what people think, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm here because I enjoy it. I'm here because of the friends that I've made. You know, the numbers, you know, don't bother me at all. But the thing I did say to Chris was, at the end of the day, it's just jealousy. Yeah, exactly. The same as we've said, obviously, it's the same people that's doing the dislikes. And, you know, same as I've said, they're jealous. They're just jealous because you're successful, they're not. You know what I mean? And I always say, you know, I've got the $ at the bottom of my chart. I'm monetized. I've got over 1,500 supporters. You know, that just shows that I'm successful. Yeah, exactly, Mark. I agree 100%. Yeah, but the thing is, Glyn, if you enjoy what you do, like I do, then, you know, I'm of this, you know, you either watch it or you don't. That's up to you. You know what I mean? The comments and the views speak for themselves. Yeah, exactly. Scotsman in Asia. Exactly. That's what I've always said. You know, it's an extra view. I did see a vlog once, and in the you know, in the, you know, the, whatever you call it, it proves that you get paid more for dislikes than you do likes anyway. So you know, what they think they're gaining, I don't know. Thank you, Mark. Well, same as I said, I mean, I appreciate it whether it's a dislike, a like, or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, I couldn't, you know, without swearing, I couldn't give a rat's ass, you know, what you give me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I know you're only joking, Mark, but you know, it's so it goes back to, you know, having a thick skin, you know. And I always say, does this face look bothered? Because it ain't. You know, I don't care whether it's a like, a dislike, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's the people that are enjoying my content. That's all I'm bothered about. Who is it? That that's my mum. She's passed away now. That's my sister. And a bit further up, there's my son and Pixie. So yeah, that's my mum. She passed away nearly 2 years ago. So yeah, it's coming up to the anniversary of her death as well. So in April. So I'll not be around very much. Sort of. It's the anniversary of death on the 11th of April. So so yeah, and then there's one a bit there that's one by herself. Why, they're a bit cockeyed. Yeah, well, you see, this is, yeah, exactly. That's what I say, Mark. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, you know, I don't know a lot about beauty channels, but I watch Bella's. I don't, you know, I don't know a lot about music, but I always watch Emma's and Dennis's and things like that. I mean, it look okay on their own, but different to each other. Oh. But yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, not everybody's interested in baking, you know, but it's each to their own, you know, what interests one person don't interest the next person. You know, and it's hi Peter, how are you? So yeah, you know, I mean, it's like everybody has got their own niche. You know, Dennis DJM Films is a brilliant filmmaker. It's like Emma McCullum. She's a fantastic singer. You know, Pixie does his drone videos. You know, I do baking because it's what I love to do. You know what I mean? And I will be doing a baking vlog a bit later on. And it's one that Emma brought to my attention. And I'll just sort of give you a slight hint. It includes Jaffa cakes. And Emma will know what I'm talking about. So yes, it's to do with Jaffa cakes. So you know, it's I've got quite a few lined up. Oh, it's called Inner Caramel Cake. We see that's what I like as well, because people say, well, do you think you could do this, or do you think you could do that? You know, I'll give anything a bash once. So yes, I've got all the ingredients, Emma, and I will be doing it later. Touch wood, fingers crossed. So yeah, you know, it's I try to do things. I mean, my philosophy is I like people to watch the baking vlogs and say to themselves, well, I think I could manage that myself. You know what I mean? Ian is not, well, he's here, but he's not downstairs. He's in the tub upstairs. So so yes, he is here, but he's in the rubber dub. Yes. Well, we've still got the lad in the picture there. He's I've made that cockeyed now. I've touched it. He's 16. He was 16 in November. So so sort of. It's not a, you know, a young child. but he was 16 in November. So oh, and Emma, just before I forget, I'm expecting a delivery, and it was something that I wanted at Christmas. So, hi, Craigs, how are you? So yes, I wanted this particular item of clothing for Christmas, and I didn't get them at Christmas, but I'm expecting a delivery today. So I think Emma might know what I'm talking about. Well, you see, at the moment is doing exams, so it's a little bit of a stressful time at the moment. But good thing is, he had a letter from the college. On Saturday. Well, what they do, like when they apply to a college, they have to go for an interview. Now, there was a bit of a misunderstanding last week, and he only got notified on the Tuesday that it was to have an interview on the Wednesday. And I says, well, that's no good, because he panics, he'll get all flustered. If you give him plenty of time, then you know, blah, blah, blah. So I rang the school and I says, well, it's a bit short notice when you think about it. So she says, well, I'll get in touch with the college and I'll rearrange it. Well, anyway, the letter came on, you know, they've rearranged it anyway. So we had the letter come on Saturday, and it's at 4 p.m. I forget what date it is now. I know it's in April sometime. Okay, then, thank you for coming in, Mark, and I do appreciate it. You know I do. So yeah, so everything's sort of moving in the right direction. He wants to go into catering and hospitality, basically, to become a chef. So hiya, Dennis, how are you? So yeah, so it's sort of things is progressing in that direction. Next step is he's got to go for the interview, and hopefully he'll start there in September. So yeah, you never know. He might be the next either Gordon Ramsay or Jamie Oliver. You never know. So yes, Dennis, we were talking about Keith's back today as well. Not as a rule. He does enjoy cooking. Not just cooking, baking as well. Hi, Kate, how are you? So yeah, but same as I says, I'm going to have to start sort of like including him in the baking vlogs, or, you know, sort of getting him to cook at home. But no, he's one of these kids that if you do it for him, he'll let you. So yeah, but ooh, oh, I bet she's excited. And I absolutely loved the video that you put on Facebook where she was at church and she was doing all the, you know, the hand motions to the song and everything. So yes, Callum is one of these that, you know, if you do it for him, he'll let you. So, ooh. You know, you don't have to, Kate, but I do appreciate it. I will be getting my first payment as well this week from my super chat AdSense or whatever you want to call it. Both me and Chris are both getting paid. Well, you don't have to make up for anything, Kate. You know, it's like, you know, if you make it, you make it. I do appreciate everybody that comes in. You know very well I do. But, you know, you've got a young baby, you've got a little toddler. So, you know, that's it. I agree with Emma. She looks, you know, she didn't look out of her depth. You know, she looked like she was really enjoying herself. And, you know, it did look a bit intimidating, all the bigger children around her, but it didn't bother her. You know what I mean? It looked like, you know, it didn't bother her in the slightest, you know, that, you know, she was one of the littlest there, and all the kids around her were, you know, older and bigger than her. You know, it didn't look like it bothered her in the slightest. And if you're wondering why I've put "don't be discouraged," as you know, Chris's post on Facebook, you know, this is why I'm saying don't get discouraged. You know, it is what it is. You know, likes or dislikes, it don't bother me. But believe it or not, there was 4 tantrums prior to that, and she was pulling her own moves. Meanwhile, so she was bored to sleep. Same as I said, we all get that way sometimes. We all get that way. You know, the trouble that I had not so long back, I did get discouraged. And if it weren't for everybody saying, well, you know, you've done nothing wrong, don't take no notice, carry on regardless, do what you're doing, blah, 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 I probably would have jacked it in months ago. But I know that I've made good friends on here, and that everybody would say, well, you know, I'd basically get my backside slapped if I were to say, well, sod it, I'm not doing it anymore. And I know that everybody is behind him. And I sort of keep trying to say, well, you know, I mean, it's like today he's ordered a few bits off for Amazon, you know, for the camera and whatever. I say, well, you know, not bad to say you only, you know, going to upload once a week or this, that and other, you know, sort of trying to make a joke of it, you know, and saying, well, you know, well, what, you know, why are you buying these things if you know, why bother if you're only going to upload once a week? So I'm sort of gently niggling away at him, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more upbeat, you know what I mean. Hopefully, touch wood. Hopefully we'll get the car this week sometime. I'm not sort of holding my breath because it's this registration stuff that's holding things up at the moment. So yeah. So, but you know, everything's sort of fitting into place. Let's just say at the moment. You know, yeah, things is good at the moment. So, and I will be doing a vlog later. So, and I think Kate will like it. I think Kate will like it. So, I'll give you a spoiler. It's Jaffa Cake brownies. So, so there you go. And they look very Moorish as well. So, so yeah. there you go. I don't know. It probably not be published till tomorrow, but I probably will be filming it tomorrow. So yeah. Emma sort of brought it to my attention, let's just say, and I searched for it and I downloaded it, etc. So yes, and I've been to hairdressers. I went and had my hair done on Friday. It's a bit flat now, but yeah. What it is, it's like a cake mixture, well, brownie mixture. Put half of it in, put a layer of Jaffa cakes in, put the rest of the cake mixture on top of that, and then you cut some Jaffa cakes in half and stick them in top. And then once you've cooked it, you put marmalade and orange juice and make like a glaze on top. So I don't think they'll last very long, to be honest. But I've been doing quite a bit of research as well and downloaded quite a few. Malteser cheesecake, and I'll just have a look. Apple crumble cake, raspberry muffin cake, Eve's pudding, lemon meringue cheesecake, malt chocolate cheesecake. You know, just to name but a few. So they sort of a few that I've got in the pipeline at the moment. So yeah. So it's a layer of cake, layer of Jaffa cakes, a layer topped off with cake mix, and then some Jaffa cake stuck in top. And then once it's all cooked and everything, you do like 2 tablespoons of marmalade and 2 tablespoons orange juice to make like drizzly glaze on top. So quite looking forward to it, actually. So yeah, I mean, apple cake crumble, it's what it says it is. It's like a layer of crumble, a layer of apple, and then some more crumble on top. So yeah. You know, and then there's like thing is, I invested in a like a mini food processor. It were only like $24.99 from Argos, but like when I'm doing the cheesecakes and you know I have got one, but it's like it's awkward and it's like a mix of weird thing on top. Where's Arbella? Is she still poorly? I think she's sort of getting over the cold, but because she's been so poorly, it's flared a fibro up. So like she messaged me yesterday, and she said she'd been in bed most of the day yesterday. So you know, it's like swings and roundabout. I think it's the cold that's knocked her for 6, but then it's set the fibro off as well. So, but she says she's slowly getting there. So yeah. So but so I invested in a like a mini food processor. It's not a massive one. And then I was I'd ordered some, like, you know, the wooden spoons, like a set of 3, because I've got 2. One's got a great big chip in end, and the other one is cracked on the thing. And I envisaged, like, doing the baking and whatever, and it's snapping off while I were mixing, you know. So I've invested in some more wooden spoons. So yeah, so that's sort of a quick update, and I'm waiting on the parcel arriving what I ordered. So and I did give Chris a message about you divorcing him, Mema. So we just laughed. So, but we'll get him there. We'll get him, you know, get him more motivated and get him sort of. But you know, I mean, it's like everything else. I mean, you know, it's like Emma's not been well, I've not been well, Bella's not been well. You do get a bit discouraged after a bit, you know what I mean? What with health issues and whatever, and, you know, your personal life and things that's going off in your personal life, etc. You do get discouraged. And, you know, same as I said to Chris, you've got some good friends around you. You know, you've got people that care about you. So don't, you know, I think it's a phase that we all go through. You know, it'll pass and he'll be back sort of all guns blazing, let's just say. So you know, and I think once we get the car as well, I think that's sort of give them a bit more sort of encouragement, because we'll be going out and about, we'll be going out visiting people, we'll be sort of more able to get and visit people, you know. And I think that all sort of be is, you know, hiya Carolyn, how are you? You know, he'll be able to get out and fly in different locations. You know, I mean, he went out with a drone yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I were only saying to Bella yesterday, I mean, touch wood, I mean, hopefully when you have your operation, it'll be sorted. You've not got to go through, you know, hopefully, touch wood, it'll make you feel better. There's nothing worse than not feeling yourself, not being very well. And, you know, it's a case of, this is exactly what the doctor told me. You know, your low mood is probably down to, you know, you're not feeling in the best of health, and you know, blah blah blah. Yeah, but you see, funny thing is, I mean, I went back to the doctors on Friday. It was like just a follow-up appointment, because I'd had some bloods done about a month ago, and when she prescribed me the antidepressants, it was just like a follow-up, see how, you know, if I were getting on with. I says, well, to be quite honest with you, I hadn't noticed a deal of different. So one, she upped the dosage, and 2, and then she was talking about the results of the blood test. So she says, has anybody been in touch with her? And I went, no, nobody's phoned me, nobody's done nothing. So I assumed everything were all right. So she says, well, actually, she says, the blood test I did was a full blood count. So she says, because I thought at the time you were anemic. I've not had any side effects, Emma. But you know, it's a case of waiting and seeing, really. So anyway, we got on to discussing the results of the blood test, because she did this blood test because she thought I were anemic. So then she got on to talking about it with me, and she said, well, actually, she says, it's the opposite. So I says, well, what do you mean? So she says, your red blood cell count is a bit on the high side. So, but then she proceeded to ask me, she says, are you under hospital? And I went, yeah. She says, which hospital are you under? I says, Northern General, which is in Sheffield. And I never thought no more about it. So I was saying to Chris last night, I says, well, I wonder why she wants to know which hospital I'm under. She didn't say, well, you know, I'll refer you to this or I'll refer you to that, or whether she's going to have a look at me hospital notes. I don't know. But it's one of them things where your mind starts to work overtime. You're thinking, now, what did she want to know that for? And that's my trouble. I overthink things too much. You know, and I'm thinking, does she want to refer me to somebody at hospital? Does she want to look like back on me blood results from the hospital? You know what I mean? And it was just sort of, I'm sort of trying to rack my brains thinking now, well, why did she want to know if I'm under hospital and which hospital I'm under? But she never said. So it's sort of one of them things that it's up in air. Well, why did she want to know that? So it's a case of watching this space, really. So it is what it is, you know, and same as I said, I mean, hi Ruby, how are you? You know, it's just another thing to add to the list of the many things that I've got wrong with me. So, but it's the raised red blood cells, it basically, it's something to do with how it circulates oxygen in your blood or something, I don't know. So I don't think she's all that worried about it, because she said we'll repeat the bloods in a month and just come back in a month and see me. So, you know, I don't think she's overly worried about it. It's just me. It's my mind working overtime now, thinking, well, what does she want to know that for? And why did she want to know what hospital I were under? And just things like that. So how is Ruby today? I hope you're well. So and I think Chris has got lost in the bath. He's only bloke I know that spends about an hour in bath. Oh, she didn't say it were overly, you know, like dangerously high or anything like that. She did a blood test to see whether I were anemic, and it actually come back opposite, that the red blood cell count were higher than what it should be. Yeah, we get in a car. It's part of my disability. We here in the UK, they do a scheme called Motability. So so yeah, and you'd be pleased to know, Ruby, that your Kevin's back from Spain today. So he's not arriving back here in the UK till sort of early evening, about 7 p.m. UK time. So they put the plasma and white cells back in. Same as I say, she did ask me if I was under the hospital and which hospital I'm under, but she didn't say why. So I don't know. So, but I think I'm beginning to think, you know, or wish she'd told me why, because now I'm thinking, now is she going to refer me to hospital, or is she going to check me, you know, my hospital notes or this, that, and the other? And you know, you're bound to worry about it. So, so yes, Keith is back in the UK today, a bit later on. So, I mean, hopefully, they'll be joining in more of the live streams, and a bit difficult with him being in Spain, you know, Wi-Fi and whatnot. So, but he's been there for a month, and I hope he's well relaxed and had a good vacation, as you say. So, so yeah. Apart from that, I'm okay. How is everyone else? How is Carolyn? How is Ruby? So, you know, Emma's got an operation coming up soon on the 28th. So I hope we're all slowly getting back to good health. Yeah, yeah. Same as I say, I wish now I'd have asked why she wanted to know. But you know how it is when you go to see the doctor, you get a 10-minute slot, and you know, they're sort of there trying to rush you through things and everything. You know, you know, I wished I'd have asked her really now. So, it's all right. I'm trying to listen to see if I can see whether Pixie's getting out of the bath. Is in the bath at the moment. So, he was going to have a shower, and then the shorter shower head kept thinking he's got to adjust it, and he couldn't be bothered. So he says, oh, bugger it, I'm going in bath. But it's one of these that when he goes in bath, it's about an hour. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but when oh, we see, that's why I went back to the doctor's on Friday. She's up my dosage of my antidepressants, and I've got to have the bloods repeated in a month, and I've got to go back in a month and see her again, and so yeah, you know, it's I'll be glad when warm weather comes, though, when we can get out and about, and you know, what we get in the car and everything, you know, getting out and about, and visiting people, and some nice weather for a change. I mean, I don't know whether anybody agrees with me or not, but you know, I'm fed up with this cold weather and horrible weather at the moment, so can't wait for the better weather to come. It was actually sunshine in here today, this morning, but now the wind's picking up a little bit, and it's gone all like dark and dismal. So so yeah, you know, it's but I mean, I did get recommended to me as well to take a folic acid. You know, like when women not feeling well, and you know, keep getting cold after cold after cold. Somebody says, even though like I already take a multivitamin, someone says, well, you know, folic acid is good for the immune system and whatever. So I thought, well, you know, I can't lose anything. You know, a small dose of folic acid, it can only help me rather than hinder me. Well, say it was sunny here this morning. But then all of a sudden it's gone sort of very like dismal, clouds in sky, and the wind started to pick up a bit. So you know, it's I can't wait for warmer weather to come. It's stopping you from filming, oh dear. You see, same as I said, it's been weird these past couple of weeks, because a couple of weeks ago it rained 20s and it was lovely and sunny, and then we've gone back to it windy and raining and cold and everything else. You know what I mean? It's and the clocks go forward on the 31st of March, so that's typically when the weather starts getting a bit I think he means stopping stopping him from filming. So yeah, I mean, like, once the clocks go forward, that's sort of the what's it to it getting a bit warmer. I mean, all the caravans will be opening up, and you know, the next one is Easter, and so Callum will be off for 2 weeks at Easter, and I did say to Chris, with us getting the car, I wouldn't mind sort of going away for the weekend. You know, even if it's just a caravan in Skegness, or you know, just getting away for the weekend. You know, Friday to Monday or Monday to Friday, and it's Chris's best friend is autocorrect. The same as we said. I mean, once Callum's done his exams and everything, we can sort of make arrangements or make plans to go on a week's holiday, you know, somewhere. But at the moment, with his exams and everything, you can't really plan anything. You know, so same as I said, I mean, even if it's just a weekend away in Skegness or something like that, you know, that'll do me. I mean, we could all do with a break at the moment. So yeah. Yeah, same as I say, I think we all need it at the moment, Ruby. You know, I think we all need it at the moment. You know, I've had my health issues. Callum's been, you know, doing his exams and everything. I think we could do with just a few days away, just to relax, you know, get away from everything, you know, and just the three of us. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, same as I said earlier on, it's coming up to the anniversary of my mum's death, and I think that's not helping things either. You know what I mean? It's only 2 years in April, but you know, it's still a little bit raw at the moment. So around the 11th of April, I don't think I'll be about much. You know what I mean? And sort of you know, I mean, we've all lost loved ones, you know what I mean? And it's okay. He's all right. He's in the bath at the moment, Ruby. So, but you know, we carry on, don't we? You know what I mean? We carry on. So yeah, you know. So is anybody else got any getaways or holidays planned, or anything like that? Day trips? Some as I say, we'd love to take a weekend break away. So it's just all about timing, really. So, it looks like Dennis is in the lead with the video thread of the week, by the looks of things. I checked this morning. Going away to Lincoln next weekend for 4 days. Well, that's it. It's getting... No, I don't think he'd appreciate him. Everybody taking a sneak peek at him in the bath. So, but it's only bloke I know that is in there for about an hour when he goes in bath. You know, when he goes in the shower, it's just, you know, in the shower, have a wash, you know, do whatever you've got to do and out. But when he gets in the bath, it's a different kettle of fish. I mean, I'm like this, you know, I'm in, do what I've got to do, and I'm out again. But oh, Caledonian Sleeper Train. That sounds interesting. I'm taking a break. My daughter's asleep and I'm hanging out with you, my friends, you. Well, I appreciate that very much, Ruby. Some, as I say, I think along the line, I think we're all due for a vacation, or London to Inverness. That's something I'd like to do, that sort of thing. But same as I said, I mean, once we get the car, it's enabling us to go where we want, whenever we want, and I just want to get away for a few days, you know, albeit like Friday to Monday or Monday to Friday, just for the break, just for the, you know, to get some us time, if you know what I mean. So, so have you got anything, you know, have you got any places that you're planning on going? Ooh. So what places have you got planned that you're going to then, Glyn, or is it a secret, or, you know, while you're in Lincoln? Same as I say, I mean, same as I said, I mean, even if we just go to Skegness, I mean, Peter can take his drone, he can go on the beach, he can, you know, he can do whatever he wants. He can, you know, just down the road, you can go a bit further into countryside, etc. There is quite a few places that it could fly his drone. I think it'll do us all the world of good. Hiya, Johnny, how are you? Yeah, there is still there's a Butlins at Skegness, there's a Butlins at Minehead, and then there's one at Bognor Regis. They own only the 3 that's left at the moment. I mean, at one time we used to go to Butlins every year at Skegness, but then when my mum passed away, and I you know, I got to thinking, well, you know, why just settle for one destination? We could go all over, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, we love Butlins, but you know, it's like last year we went to Isle of Wight. We'd always wanted to go back. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's all that odd work that you've been doing. So yeah, I mean, some as I say, I mean, we love going to Skeggy, but it's like we've always wanted to go back to Isle of Wight. You know, I wouldn't mind going to Jersey or Guernsey, or yeah, that's it. Same as I say, we used to go to Butlins at Skeggy every single year. You know, and then when my mum passed away, you know, it's life's too short. You've got to go out and enjoy yourselves. You know, we wanted to go back to Isle of Wight, so we did that last year. We wanted to go to Ireland, you know, Jersey, Guernsey, places like that, you know, and getting this car will enable us to do them sort of things. Torn something, burning pain. Oh. Well, you know, plenty of alcohol, it'll probably numb the pain. Hi, Kirsten, how are you? Thank you for coming in the live stream. So yeah, you know, I mean, once we get the car, I mean, it's go to Cleethorpes and, you know, where were it? Bridlington. I says I wouldn't mind going to Bridlington, even if it's only like a day trip or you know, or a weekend away somewhere. You know what I mean? So oh dear. Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, it's so sad. I mean, the recent terrorist things. Ooh, Amsterdam ferry from Newcastle for 2 nights. Ooh, that sounds all right. Well, that's one place I've never been to, Amsterdam. We could go in a few cafes, if you know what I mean. Not that I'm condoning it, but oh, hi, Nick. How are you? So yeah, I mean, Amsterdam would be an all right location. I mean, it's legal there in Amsterdam, so you can get as what cities you like. You know what I mean? Oh, don't buy your weed in the city. Outside the city centre is cheaper. Oh dear. Well, funny thing is, Johnny, I'm doing a vlog a bit later on, and the Jaffa Cake brownies, but I'm not be adding no extra ingredients in them. So, but same as I say, I don't, you know, I don't encourage people to do it, but you know, whatever floats your boat, sort of thing. I've never done it, but you know. A coffee and a spliff. You live 2.5 hours away from Amsterdam. Oh, but you know, I mean, it's all right, I suppose, while you know, as they say, while in Rome. Hi, WrestleMania, how are you? But we see that this is the thing, John. I've never ever tried it, and you know, but you know what, we all the pain and health issues that have been going on, people are saying, you know, on about CBD oil, and you know, and then folks have been saying, well, just smoke, you know, a joint. You know what I mean? So you know, it's worth considering, if you know what I mean. You know, it's just smoke, it works faster. Yeah. That sounds like my package has arrived. Yeah, somebody told me as well that the strength that they sell in the UK wouldn't be strong enough. You know, considering the sort of pain that I have, that the strength that they sell in the UK wouldn't be strong enough. So it'd be like, you know, flushing money down the drain, let's say. So, and I can't really sort of shut my camera and my microphone down while I go and get the package because I'm on my own. So I'll have to wait till Pixie comes out the bath. Oh, so where do you get your CBD oil from then, Glyn, if you don't mind me asking? Because I was told that you know, that the strength that they do in the UK wouldn't be strong enough for me. Yeah, I've seen that on Facebook today. So yeah, and I had to laugh. Nick posted in the group, the cookies, and they're in shape of, you know, men's what's-its. White Rose Centre, they go up to 500 micrograms. We see the difference between smoking it and taking the oil, CBD oil is, you get the pain relief, but you don't get the high. You don't get the high that you get from smoking weed. Yeah, I had to laugh to myself, Nick. I thought, well, they look a bit too complicated for me, so I'll not bother. I'll just stick to the cookies. But yes, if you remember, I'll check that out in a bit, Glyn. So yeah, I'll check it out in a bit. It's worth a try. That's all I can say. I mean, I've said it about weed or, you know, whatever. It's worth. Hiya, Asgard. How are you? Flattery gets you everywhere. You. I've had my hair done, by the way, especially for you. I had it cut and coloured and everything on Friday. So yes. Oh dear. Well, that's typical you, Bella. You just come in at the right time. And Nick's there. Well, it's in the bath at the moment, Hugh, so you can flirt away. So yes, I did laugh to myself, Nick, when I saw that in the group. You know, they look a bit too complicated for my liking, but I did tit to myself. The Willy cupcakes. So and I've just had a delivery pushed through the letterbox. Now I know what it is, and it was something that I wanted at Christmas, and a certain person didn't buy them me, so I've ended up ordering them myself. A lady says to the doctor, my husband has a habit of talking in his sleep. What should I give him to cure it? Give him an opportunity to speak when he is awake. So yes, she's cut it really short this time, Bella. I mean, I feel a lot better for having my hair done. So yeah, I feel a lot better for having it done, and she's cut it really short this time. Yeah, yeah, they do have corned beef hash here in the UK. So once Pixie comes down out of the bath, I'll do an well, you can't call it an unboxing because they're not in a box, but I'll show you what I've ordered anyway. So I can't really shut the camera off and whatever while I'm here on my own. I have 400 AGL. Yeah, well, you see, Mum were in desperate need. It were desperately needed colouring and cutting and everything. And I'd made this appointment 2 weeks ago. But then I rang and they got me in the doctor, so I had to sort of jiggle things about a bit. I rang the hairdresser and said, well, can you fit me in any, you know? Yes, please. I've had a delivery, by the way. I think it's me, my package that I'm, yeah.
Yours.
Yeah. Clothing. Yes, it's what I were expecting.
Is it you what's it do with us?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll put my hand over the thing, and that's a clue. It's clothing. So I don't know whether I should show this.
Jogging suit.
No. Yeah. And it's something I wanted at Christmas, but a certain person, Paddy, a spokesman for the gang, said, we will be releasing the birds back into the wild just as soon as they have been defrosted.
Got some toast?
Yes, please. Bella says she'll have some along with a fish cake. No, chaotic world, they're mine. I wanted some for Christmas, and I kept hinting, but I never got them. So,
well, we're struggling at Cribble, weren't we?
Well, it's just a top. It's supposed to be a set.
What?
It's supposed to be a set.
Uh-oh.
So where's thing to it then?
One.
It's supposed to be a pajama set. There's no thing in it or nothing.
Well, I said you wrong one.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a pajama set, but only tops come.
You know.
Supposed to have bottoms with it as well. So the only tops come. It's supposed to be a pajama set.
Yeah.
Well, what's good top without no bottoms?
They're no good, is it?
No.
Quick phone call if you can.
I
think.
It says here, grey butterfly print pajama set. And there's only top here.
Somebody's messed up. Come on. Are you coming?
Yes, I think I'll have to give them a ring a bit later on.
Tell it off.
Yeah. There's been a terrorist attack on a tram in Holland now.
No, no, yeah, come up on my phone.
Yeah, so as I say, it actually on the you know, the invoice, it says grey butterfly print pajama set. So where it's bottoms.
They're coming next week.
So,
You come in.
so yeah, so I'm going to have to give him a ring and say, well, I've got top, but where's bottoms? Ruby says, company wants me to show off my legs. Chaotic says, no bottoms, naughty set. You know. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing, really. I were all excited and everything, and I still ain't got what I wanted at Christmas. Because there's a bit missing. Oh dear me. It's just my luck, innit? Did Pixie shave his legs? No. Oh dear. But yeah. Oh well, we're fair looking forward to that as well. Nintendo have brought out a new game where a 14-year-old boy runs around Glasgow smashing up cars, stabbing people and robbing houses. It's called Wii Barstool. Think Hero Dynamics. Oh dear. Oh, I'm gutted about that. Really gutted. So there'll be no model in it, I'm afraid, not without any bottoms. Oh dear. That's another place that we've never been to either. Glasgow. We've never been to Glasgow, have we? Mind you, it is quite a trek from where we live up to Scotland. That's out, I would imagine about 7 hours. Got 15 watching. So,
You all heard about the bottomless pajamas?
Yeah. I just says, oh, we've got 15 watching. Chris says, they all wanted to see these bottomless pajamas. Yeah. Chaotic says Chris told them not to scent bottoms.
I told you not to say anything.
Oh dear. Hiya, Alex, how are you?
Not Alex.
Ask God says he wants you to model them.
What, me?
Yeah.
I want to see my legs.
50 Shades of Pickering. Oh dear. You'll have to excuse me while I eat my toast. Yes. Ruby's saying everybody hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Kate's donated 10 quid again.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit of that one.
Oh. So yeah. It'd be all right as a t-shirt, but not as a pajama. It's supposed to be the same as I say. It's supposed to be a pajama set.
You have to use it as a nightie.
Me and Donna rode last week at your post on my wall on Facebook wishing Donna happy birthday. I know, you should know by now, Nick, it don't take much to confuse me. He says he wanted them 50% off. That now it makes sense. But yeah, we should know it don't take a lot to confuse me. Somebody's in. We're slacking because you haven't made a coffee.
Well, I'm doing it afterwards.
Oh. So yes, I think as soon as I've gone up to 17. As soon as I shut the live stream down, I'm gonna get on the Dog and Bone. So people are thinking, now what's Dog and Bone? It's what I mean. Bella will know what I'm talking about when I say Dog and Bone. Hiya, Mod Squad. How are you? You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming in. Where's your cake? Well, we're only on 11:30. I am going to be doing a baking vlog later on. Now, it's called. Tell me you can't have your pajama party without your bottoms. The Royal Throne. Well, I ought to ring them up and say, well, look, I'm going away for a dirty weekend, but I can't go bottomless because we're staying in a hotel. So I need the bottoms. Make some excuse up like that. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. Yeah. Well, some as I say, people in the UK know what a Dog and Bone is. You best not be going dogging. I'm on the phone right now to book for the dirty week. Well, can't really have a dirty weekend with Callum in tow, can we?
Nick, can you look after our Callum, please? We're going away for the weekend. Yeah. Oh, nice one. Right. Just gonna go book a hotel on hotel.com. Right. I'll see you later. I get sorted.
Oh dear. Yeah, and same to you, Mod Squad. Well, that's it, Ruby. Same as I say, it does clearly state on the invoice that it's a pajama set. Now, there's the top but no bottoms. Bella says you go in mud wrestling, Chris.
What?
You go in mud wrestling, that's only dirty weekend you'll be getting. Yeah. Yeah, an answer to Dennis's question is always in the bath about an hour. So it's only a bloke I know that when he goes in bath, he's in there for about an hour.
I say relax, reflect.
And fall asleep. But yeah, I mean, same as I say, as soon as I shut the live stream down, I'll be on phone to him. So, but yeah, I mean, it clearly states on the invoice that it's a pajama set, so. Nick says, I won self-employee of the month again. I love being self-employed. You see, the thing is, Bella, as you know, I lost all that weight, and I thought to myself, I'll buy a bigger size than what I need, because you always like to be comfy in your pajamas, don't you? So but Sorry if I'm I mean, I'm not all that sort of tall, but you know, these things get in the way a little bit. Always is back down now. He's just made me some toast, Ruby, and his yeah, and that's why I ordered like a bigger size, Bella, because I like, you know, I don't like to feel restricted, and you know, it allows you a bit of, you know, a bit of freedom, if you know what I mean. Hi, Eric Cuthbert, how are you? So, and here's me. I did this great unboxing. Well, not unboxing, but something I ordered in the mail, only to find half of it missing. So yeah, I'm not bad, and so as soon as I've got off her here, I've got to get on the phone and say, well, where's the other half to it? So you know, it's a case of, yeah, they send me another set out. Can I keep this as well? Oh, see, this is only like a short sleeve one, Bella. But I did really want a long sleeve one, but obviously with new like spring stuff coming in, there weren't any long sleeved ones. Two Indian guys accidentally snorted curry powder instead of cocaine. Both rushed to hospital. One's in a coma and the other's got a dodgy ticker. Hiya, Brems. How are you? Sorry about that. So yes, so I'll be getting on the phone as so I'm just looking for me sorry, miss, but that's all you get. We're sold out of bottoms. Well, that's no good to me. I paid for bottoms and I want bottoms. So so I'll be giving them a bit of a swift kick up the backside, let's just say.
Where's the rest of the order?
Yeah. So either someone in packing ain't doing the job properly, or it's coming later on. But I doubt it, because it does say pyjama set on it. So we'll have to wait and see. So you tell him, Bella. We don't know, Ruby. This is a thing. I mean, I rang them last Monday. They'd said week before that it was going to be, we'd have it by end of last week, but that didn't materialise. I rang them last Monday and he says Wednesday at the latest, but we've still not heard anything. So it's basically what we're waiting for at the moment. Because it's a brand new car, we have got to weigh it for the registration documents arriving, I've been sent a letter with a PIN number and everything. So once they get these registration documents, it's just a case of going down and signing for it, and then arranging a date to pick the car up. So so it's just waiting for these registration documents. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why I checked, Bella, because when I ordered it, it clearly said pajama set. And I thought, well, I've got it there in black and white. It does say on the invoice a pajama set. So yes. And they probably say, well, package it all up and blah, blah, blah. But so obviously, I mean, they've been paid for. It's obviously their fault. So same as I say.
No, Celtic says how about we say you some top Sundays instead.
I just want a pajama set. That's, you know, that's, I'm not asking much. I'm just asking for what I ordered, basically. So you know, yeah, I mean, you order these things, you pay for it, and you expect to get what you pay for. And in this case, I haven't. So yeah. So I'll be having quite a heated conversation. And yeah, what Pixie said, you know, please interact. You know, I don't expect people coming in begging for support. You know, people give you support without having to ask for it or beg for it. You know, we like people to come in here and interact with the chat. No, because it says on the invoice, it says in the invoice they've sent me like a catalogue, which is that, which I've already got, and it says grey butterfly print pajama set. And obviously bottoms is missing, so is Ruby saying you nicked off with my bottoms before?
Yeah. On eBay there. You know what I got before that? I'll take your pictures on.
Chaotic says send me my bottoms or else. So yeah. I hope posts here.
You sure that box what your spoons come in?
No.
Yeah, it's a bit of it. That's what spoons come in.
Yeah, I ordered some wooden spoons, right? And that's box they came in. Great big massive box for a set of 3 wooden spoons. Talk about, you know, looking after your planet. So, and that was just for 3 wooden spoons. Yeah.
show line bottomless. I don't want that. Okay.
It's just new weekly rate thinger pips. Yeah, same as I say, it does clearly state on the invoice it's a pajama set, but only the top was in it. So see what who put from Asgard.
I know.
So yeah, you know, I mean, obviously it's their mistake.
Water flushing done.
Oh, what? Water flushing?
Yeah, Yorkshire Water's coming to flush the pipes. We are planning to flush pipes in your area from Tuesday, 26th of March, to be completed by Monday, 1st of April. The work will be carried out during the hours of 8 AM and 5 PM. The flushing will not be carried out over the weekend. At some point during the time we are flushing, you may notice a drop in your water pressure and your water may become discoloured. When possible, we will prevent this happening, and it is perfectly normal for your supply to remain unaffected by our work.
That's all we need, water pressure to drop. Last time that happened, we didn't have no hot water for 2 weeks. Yeah, the same as I say, it according to the invoice, it's a pajama set. But obviously, I mean, you're my witnesses. I opened it while I was live, and there was no bottoms to it, just the top. So I've got, you know, at least 20 witnesses that, you know, that there was no bottoms to it, just the top. He says you didn't tell him it were for a date. I said earlier on, I good mind to ring them up and saying, well, I specifically ordered them because we're planning a dirty weekend away, but we're in an hotel and I'm going to need the bottoms. Should we order room service or something? So, and that scuppered that idea up. I mean, if I'd wanted a night shirt, I'd have sent for a night shirt, but I didn't. I ordered a pajama set. Oh, Ruby's asking Bella for a. Same as I say, that box, Bella, I ordered some wooden a set of 3 wooden spoons, and that's the box that they came in. You know, it's unbelievable. I mean, there's all this talk about saving planet and cutting back on carbon emissions and all this, that, and other. I Sabatino, but yeah, you know, they talk about cutting back on, you know, waste products, etc. You know, and they could easily have put it in a plastic bag or something, but it come in a massive box like that. So Bella, Ruby wants to know the best lipstick colour for an older light complexion. Well, there you go. No, we get asked this, you know, time and time again. No relation at all. Sorry. No, we're not any relation. Just the last name, I'm afraid. So yes, no, we're not related.
I wish people would come up with some original stuff.
He says he wasn't trying to be funny. So, hi, Mason, how are you? Thank you for coming in the live stream. How are you this morning? Just having the coffee latte. Hey, Barry's in. Barry's views. So just wetting the whistle, ready for the tirade tirade when I ring up. So so where have you been lately, Barry? I haven't seen you about, mind you. I haven't been about much myself, to be quite honest. Did you see what Bella's put?
I know.
Yeah. Oh dear, that one's a good one, Bella. But I mean, until I married Chris, I didn't even know who Ronnie Pickering was. You know, I'd never even heard of Ronnie Pickering. And they assume because you've got the same last name that you're related in some way. But oh, just getting ready to go flying, film the sunrise. Oh dear. He says he's still related to that Pixies channel. He's still trying to disown him. Nick, I was at a funeral today when I asked the priest for the Wi-Fi code. He shouted, "Have some respect for the dead." I said, "Is that all lowercase?" Oh dear. Trust Nick. Oh dear. What's that a link to?
Ronnie Pickering.
Oh. Oh.
See you later, Emma.
Okay then, Emma, and I hope you feel better soon. And Ruby says, "Who's Ronnie Pickering?" Well, if you click on that link, Ruby, it takes, that's a link to Ronnie Pickering. It's supposed to be, you know, is he a gangster or something? I don't know. Yeah. And I think his famous saying is, "Do you know who I am?" As far as I can gather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's all I know about Ronnie Pickering. Is supposedly this hard gangster guy, and his famous saying is, "Do you know who I am?" You know. So I mean, as regards anything else, he's far from a gangster. Well, that's same as I say. I don't even know who he is. So you know, supposedly this hard guy. I don't know a deal about him. So you know, I only know that I've been asked several times if we're related, and I say, well, no. So that's about it, really. Okay, then, see you later, Bella.
Bye, Bella.
Theresa May, the kind of negotiated to come out of DHS with a full price sofa. Okay, then. There's no worries, Sabatino. I mean, same as I say, it's not the first time we've been asked, and you know, it's the same answer. You know, no, we're not related in any way, shape, well, not as we know to anyway. So you know, we're not related. Oh, you're from Belgium, are you?
Belgium. We all headed to Belgium.
What we're going to say? Oh, CCTV user says 79 quid each for ferry to Amsterdam.
Ooh, red light district. Ooh.
No, I was thinking other. Yeah, I mean, my sentiments are, Nick. They asked for a referendum. They didn't get the, you know, the outcome that they wanted, and I think they're stalling to stop it. You know, we all voted to leave, and as far as I'm concerned, voting to leave means leaving. You know, simple as. You know, and it's I think it's a stalling tactic myself. So exactly. It's you know, we survived without being in EU before, so I'm sure we'll survive again. So so yeah, you know, it's a case of we're British, get us out of here. Get the beers in. Oh, sugar. Dropped a cigarette on the floor. Yeah, I can understand it in a way that she wants to get us a deal, but when you're getting shot down by everybody, you know. Oh, see what Nick's put?
No, what's put?
Marriage is the 3-ring circus: engagement ring, wedding ring, and suffer ring. Well, it works both ways, Nick. So there you go. But yeah, we'll have to once we get the car, we'll have to organise another meetup. So we'll get like other people involved this time, you know, like planning and where we're going to meet up and what we're going to do, etc., etc., etc. You know, I mean, it were a bit of, well, not a shambles last time, but it were, you know, Birmingham was suggested. I had to do all the organising, and I will have to do it all by myself. So I think basically, if we do organise another meetup, it's going to need just more than myself and Pixie organising it. So if you're sort of interested in organising it with myself and Pixie, then just keep Keith and Chris away from the pub. Keith's back today, actually.
Whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you see, that weren't our suggestion. So this is what I'm saying. If we're doing a meetup, it needs better planning and organising than last time. So that's why I want to get as many people involved as regards suggestions where to meet up, you know, but it's got to be accessible, or a place that's accessible for everyone. Yes, well, that's why I didn't mention it. But yeah, you know, like you know, yourself, Nick, Bella, Barry says, just bring your Willy cookies again. And yes, it is his own money. He hasn't paid me with my money this time. But yeah, you know, it needs more people involved this time, I think. I mean, because you've got the drone guys. They took the drones with them last time and weren't able to fly. Same as I said, you know, we want somewhere that's suitable for the drone flyers. And I suggested something like a picnic in the park, so us women can sit and natter and we can have a picnic and each bring, you know, like, let's say, for instance, I mean, this is, you know, Nick brings sandwiches, I make the cakes, somebody, you know, brings the, and I don't mean alcoholic drinks either. Somebody brings the drinks and somebody brings nibbles, and you know what I mean? It's got to be better organised. I mean, you know, it's all right organising a meet-up, but it's got each person. I mean, like, you know, each and every one of us brings something to the table, let's just say. You know, like somebody brings napkins and plastic forks and spoons and
he's just gifted out with some quid. I got some quid on base in bank.
Hiya, George, how are you? But yeah, I mean, like we've got George now. I mean, yeah, he's only a kid, so I mean, it's like, oh, Barry's going to bring table, he says. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I don't mind making the cakes, but it seemed like it were like all one-sided. I made the cakes and nobody else bought anything, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so it was very poorly organised. I'm just, you know, putting that out there. So yeah, so if we're all meeting up, we've all got to bring something with us. Oh, thank you, George. I went on Friday, had it cut and coloured and everything, you know. It's not new here, it's old here, but I get what you're saying. You know, I think, you know, to be fair, everyone should have their part to play, let's just say. You know, because obviously if we're sort of going, hi Mark, please, how are you? Did Chris get your tablets? Yeah. I ended up going back to the doctors on Friday, but no, you can't drink if you're driving, or
oh, we're stopping over wherever anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, in the past week we've all had a haircut, because I cut Callum's yesterday. I did Chris's last week, and obviously I went to hairdressers and had mine done Friday. Oh yeah, because you said you were looking at a car. No, still not heard anything. I was just explaining earlier on. All we're waiting for now is the registration documents, and once they get the register, because it's a brand new car, you see, so the dealership are just waiting for the registration documents. I've been sent a PIN number. So basically, you have to go down, put this PIN number in, and that car is registered to me. So, hiya, fat boy, how are you? So that's all we're waiting for at the moment. And because it's a brand new car, all the registration documents is up, because there's like, they insure it for you, they tax it and everything. You know, that's basically all we're waiting for. I mean, like, when I rung them a fortnight ago today, says by end of week. Then I rang again last Monday and he says, well, if not by end of week, definitely by Wednesday. So it's just a case of waiting, really.
Just give her in after.
So
yeah, you're me.
But that's all we're waiting for. We've got to go and sort the registration out. Once they ring us up and say, well, yeah, we've got all documentation ready, just come down, bring that letter here where they sent you a PIN number. and then basically he does it on computer. You put your PIN number in, and that car is registered. Well, it'll be to me. Hi, Crimson. How are you? So that's all we're waiting on for at the moment. But it's like, we know we've got a car. It's just the anticipation and the waiting that's killing us. You know what I mean? Knowing that we've got a car, and, you know, it's just when we're getting it.
George only needs something. I only need.
It's Steve Crimmy. So, but yeah, so it's a case of just watching this space. And I'm doing a vlog later on. And for anybody, well, I think they have Jaffa Cakes in the US as well as in the UK. I'm making Jaffa Cake brownies. Oh, thank you. It's gone a bit. It's ready for washing. No, I'm not. So yes, Jaffa Cake brownies. Mr. Doughboy, hiya. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, it's like a brownie mix, and then you put a layer of Jaffa Cakes and rest of brownie mix on top. Oh, 5 more subs for 900.
Awesome.
So yes, and then you stick some Jaffa Cakes in the top, cook it, and then when it comes out the oven, you put orange marmalade and orange juice in a pan and warm it up, and then you drizzle it all over the top. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Trust you, Barry. We don't want to know your toilet issues. So yes. So that is a vlog that I'm doing later, but it probably not be published till tomorrow. Don't you start and all. We're not having, only brownies we're talking about is the baking variety. Not them sort of brownies. I made Mars bar Rice Krispie cakes while they were cornflakes, didn't have Rice Krispies. Don't think anyone noticed, lol. But yeah. But you know, I mean, I had to laugh at somebody's joke the other day. I think it was on Facebook, and it says, I must have ate a lot of Rice Krispies in my youth because every time I move, I go snap, crackle, and pop. Oh.
I just had my breakfast, Barry.
Nick says we don't need to know about your underpants, Barry. So all this talk about brownies and whatever. It's the same as you say, it's a good job we've had his breakfast. Slightly change the subject.
Yes.
Oh, and that were a thing as well.
What?
Pixie received his eyes the other day. It won a giveaway, and it was a drone channel, and it was a set of eyes for his drone.
Well, I don't show it.
So yeah, so he received his. I've still got to receive my giveaway at the moment. It's all right. He's just bringing the drone over for me to show you the eyes the eyes that he got for his drone look.
Put it closer to the camera.
So a bit of a eerie pair of eyes.
So when they go sideways, just go sideways like that.
Nick says, mind you, if you show them to the social, you might get disability benefit, Barry. So yeah. So that's that. And I'm still waiting of me. I won a God mask, but I'm still waiting. So scare the neighbourhood dogs with it. So I have got 1 or 2 other vlogs lined up. You know, but it's been one of them sort of things. You know, we're not being very well. So Chris has new eyes. I bet he'll still lose it, lol. He went out with it yesterday, Barry, and it were as windy as hell, so he couldn't really fly. Oh, we see, the thing is, George, I mean, I've lost about 12 since last week. Man keeps going down and going down and going down. Normally I'll lose a few and gain them back, and lose a few and gain them back, but I've lost 12 in last week. So yeah, so it's like everything else. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. You know what I mean? It's and this is why I put the title, Don't Get Discouraged. So yeah, some, as I say, Chris put a vlog up, and they had wind, they had rain, they had snow, and it were cold. So they had everything yesterday. So and you know, it's I mean, same as Chris says, I mean, had he still got the P4, it probably could have handled the wind, but with them, it only being a spark, it's very light and it's very small, so it buffers about. Oh, get it. Is it Bristol City you're going to?
Yeah.
Don't you play them next?
Yeah, Bristol City after the international break.
Yeah, a week on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chris has got tickets to the match when you play your rivals. Are they on steroids? So, well, what I'm going to do, guys, even though I've got 14 in, I'm going to close it down because I need to make 2 phone calls. I'm going to phone these up and ask where my bottoms are. And then I'm going to ring the car dealership and see. Yeah, that's at home. The Bramall Lane. Is it 20 something? 29th, 28th. Tickets is here, look. Saturday the 30th of March. So yeah, they're at Bramall Lane. So right, I'm going to get off and I'll see everyone on Wednesday. So as I say, I've got to ring them about where my bottoms are. And giving the car dealership a ring and seeing where we are with that. And so yeah, so I'll see everyone on Wednesday. Thank you for joining me, and thank you again, Kate, for the donation, and thank you, Pixie, for the donation. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Bye.